This morning on Daybreak, we continue our Hidden History series and introduce you to Ada Fulbright.
And we'll tell you how these emergency buttons are designed to help you contact police in a situation when every second counts.
We'll also explain why special ed teachers in Missouri are feeling a bit overwhelmed with the workload recently. That's all coming up this hour for you on Daybreak.
Good morning and welcome back. It is Monday, February 17th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano. As we have plenty to get to this hour, those stories. Ellen Rohr joins us, of course, and some funny stories to get to as well later on.
Jam-packed February, actually. You know, we have those hidden history stories for you on Mondays and then Remarkable Women on Tuesdays. So a lot to catch up on.
I'm looking forward to that. That starts, or continues tomorrow, rather. And you know what? The weather continues to be kind of whatever. Right?
I know, because what bums me about it is we get the warm days now, right? You know, yesterday we hit 56 degrees. Today we'll probably do the same. But it doesn't last. We get like 2 warm days, and then it's cold again tomorrow.
I know, and then also you can't really get outside much, or it won't be pleasant to today. Is that what you're saying?
We'll have some spotty showers, so you can get out there. Just know you're going to get spit on. That's pretty much it. So we'll just have some spitting showers today. We're cloudy to start right now with those temperatures starting out very warm near 50 degrees, which is about our average daytime high. So big boost in temperatures already this morning. South and east winds are steady at 13 miles per hour. We are getting a couple of light drizzles in Springfield right now. Mostly cloudy skies out there with just some little sprinkles on your windshield. Temperatures are about almost 20 degrees warmer now than they were this time yesterday. It's 46 degrees in Camdenton and in Mountain Grove, already 48 in Branson, temperatures in the 50s in northern Arkansas. The southerly winds will hold steady and keep us pretty warm as we head through the afternoon. So we will have some wet roads as we head through the afternoon, but the rain is going to stay really light and spotty. I still think you'll have a green light. I don't expect any road hazards out there. Springfield Public Schools is out for President's Day, but if your kiddos are going to school, you'll have some light showers, temperatures still warm in the middle and upper 50s. Then we get 1 dose of colder air overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Another dose comes in later on this week, and that dose will be even colder. Details on that in 10 minutes.
New this morning, we are halfway through our Hidden History series covering local African Americans and sharing their impacts on the Ozarks.
Color 10's Nigel McDonald joins us this morning to share more on Ada Fulbright and what she means to the Ozarks. Nigel.
Well, good morning, Lauren and Joe. Ada Fulbright dedicated her life to teaching Springfield students during some of the most challenging times for the local community and even the nation. The daughter of a former slave,
she was a product of Springfield Public Schools.
Ada Fulbright spent 4 decades teaching Springfield students.
They were, of course, segregated at that time.
Dixon says Fulbright lived during some of the toughest times for the Springfield community.
You know, you had to be a professional. You had to do all the things that professionals have to do to this day. But you did so also in a larger community environment that was segregated, that was whites and blacks and colored and white and that kind of thing.
However, Dixon says Fulbright never let the time stop her from forging a legacy for those who would come after her.
Leaving her mark on children to this day, like Councilman Denny Wayne or Bishop David Knox or others in the community.
A legacy Dixon says is finally being honored. For the first time ever, a Springfield Public Schools building will be named after a local African-American leader.
This is a local person who basically gave her entire life to educating children in this community. For kids to be able to get a little piece of knowing who she is.
And Dixon says it's important for students to see people in leadership roles who look like them.
MLK was a pastor. Ada Fulbright was a school teacher. These aren't professions like, you know, something out there that I can't reach or aspire to.
He says it makes it easier for a child to look at these leaders and envision themselves creating the same kinds of legacies. Well, the Ada Fulbright Early Childhood Center is expected to open this fall, and the center will serve around 250 students.
All right, thank you, Nija. Moving on now, you probably noticed those blue light emergency buttons on college campuses or parking garages around town. They're meant to help people immediately in bad situations. We took a deeper look into that and found that MSU actually has 16 of those blue light emergency phones. When you press one, it immediately calls MSU dispatch, which will also send police. Response times can be as quick as 3 minutes. Andy Engler with Missouri State's Campus Safety believes pressing an emergency button over dialing 911 can actually save critical time in an emergency.
If you're in a time-sensitive emergency, it's much easier to do the simple motion of pushing a button than if you think about the finite skills that you have to unlock your phone, dial a phone number. When you get that adrenaline dump, you don't have all those fine motor skills that you normally have. So it is easier there. They're rarely used. Certainly, it is part of our comprehensive security plan. So we're always looking to make sure that when students are out and about on Missouri State's campus that they feel safe.
The city of Springfield also has similar blue light phones in some parking garages downtown, which work like MSU's, calling a private security service to initiate the help.
In your education coverage this morning, special ed teachers often need to teach a variety of students with different abilities all in the same classroom. In Missouri, special ed teachers are taking on so much work, some feel they are completely burnt out. A Missouri special ed teacher we spoke with says it takes on average at least 5 hours to make a lesson plan just for one student. Amy Schwartz says there are districts around the state that don't allow teachers to have extra time for paperwork, and it can be stressful. She's hoping the Department of Education can make the paperwork requirements more realistic.
Sometimes it feels like the people that are in charge of putting out the documents that they require annually might have lost touch with what's going on in the classroom.
Special education teachers are tasked with designing very specific instruction based upon the unique needs of each student.
Nationally, there is a special education teacher shortage, but thankfully locally here at SPS, the department says it has a strong relationship with local universities who consistently give them good applicants to work with.
Springfield schools are mulling over the results of a study on how to possibly offer busing to more students. Right now, R12 spends about $10 million each year for school transportation. The News Leader reports a private consulting firm did offer ideas. One would be to stagger start times for high schools, middle schools, and elementaries. The board will now consider the options to make more students eligible for the bus.
Greene County online and phone services may not be available today. Information systems will undergo network maintenance. The office was already set to close for this President's Day holiday, so most state and federal offices will also be closed today, of course, with the exception of emergency services.
We've got some drizzle at times on the windshield here in Springfield on our Color 10 Live Drive. We're mostly cloudy and warm with temperatures near 50. Some dense fog starting to develop near West Plains with a half-a-mile visibility there. Details on a warm day before it gets colder tomorrow coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.